Welcome back to the channel, you bunch of stinky weebs. Always nice to have you back. And today we're going to be talking about Hogwarts. Everybody and their mother has talked about Hogwarts and given their take. It's time to give my take. Right. Now, if you don't know, I'm going to give a quick overview on the Hogwarts situation. Hogwarts is, the legacy of Hogwarts is a Harry Potter game. Harry Potter was made, or Harry Potter was made by J.K. Rowling, and J.K. Rowling has been labeled as a phobe by the LGBT community. For whatever reason, J.K. Rowling said some stuff that the LGBT community didn't like, so now she got labeled as a phobe. So when the game Hogwarts Legacy was announced and released, there were quite a few people boycotting the game for, their own reasons, which is perfectly fine. Boycotts happen all the time for whatever reason, and it's fine. However, Harry Potter game is a Harry Potter game. People are going to buy it purely out of nostalgia, see if the game is any good. It's a big franchise, big movie franchise. Maybe we'll interpret over to a game. I'm surprised so many people bought it to begin with, because movie games typically aren't good. However, it turns out that this game was actually decent, and because of it, it drawed some attention. But because of a very vocal community in the LGBT community and Twitter, what would have been a pretty okay game that would have probably been forgotten about in around 2 or 3 weeks after release, because Hogwarts Legacy, was a campaign game, and those games fizzle out fairly quickly because of all of this attention that this Twitter group was bringing. It brought more eyes, and it brought the eyes of the people that don't like this group on Twitter, and so that drove up sales, drove up more attention, and because of that, it's like an Ouroboros, basically a snake eating itself. The cycle is never ending. Hogwarts Legacy really never got phased out naturally as campaign games usually do, and because of that, it got toxic real fast. So when people honestly were trying to stream the game on Twitch or wherever else, the streamers would very quickly start getting harassed. The bigger you were, the more harassed you, the more people you'd attract and get harassed by. Silvervale and a bunch of other content creators were harassed, doxxed, bullied. People are saying, no, that ain't true, but it's true. There's evidence of it, archived conversations of just some messed up stuff being slung around. And so it led to Silvervale here basically having a kind of like a breakdown, and then coming back and saying, well, there's a group of, the LGBT community is great, full of great people, but there is a very small subset of people that are toxic as fuck, and basically she called them Twitter freaks, and I think that title's well deserved. I do want to say that these Twitter freaks, however, aren't just in that LGBTQ camp that hate Hogwarts. These Twitter freaks are everywhere, okay? There are a very small vocal subset of almost every group. Any group. Politics, gaming, journalism, you name it, they're there, okay? It's a special breed of person. So she says that she's going to continue playing the game. And she got flamed, but she continued playing the game. Now, fast forward a little bit. Pikami is a Japanese American VTuber. Let me give some background about her to make this have a little bit more sense. Pikami is a hafu. Either her mom and dad are Japanese/American, one of the two, I forget. So she grew up in Japan being basically bullied and harassed, marginalized because she isn't fully Japanese. And that is very, very true of Japan. I'm a weeb, but I'm a realist. And Japan has quite a bit of xenophobia. Okay, so if Pikami here probably suffered quite a bit of harassment and bullying. So she extended her VTubing presence more towards America. And I think that's one of the reasons why this whole situation kind of compounded onto her. Because after about a month hiatus, Pikami came back and basically announced that if people were interested in watching her play Hogwarts, this wasn't her announcing she was going to play it. This was just saying that she was thinking about playing it and what other people thought about her playing it. And then she immediately got slammed down, curb stomped on the fucking floor. I'm talking about a fucking knee on her throat by the Twitter community that does not like Hogwarts. And she got absolutely fucked up. Um, that being said, she came back and said, "I'm just trying to play a game, you know. She had nostalgic feelings towards the game, and that there wasn't any reason for what was going around." Later came out that she's gonna graduate, or she's retiring from her role as Pikami, and she's retiring as a VTuber. I don't know if she's gonna develop another persona to come back as a VTuber, but that's up in the air now. Now, after someone in her agency kind of talked about her graduation process, they did say that, quote unquote, that she would graduate, that her decision to graduate was decided a long time ago. And people are saying, see, it wasn't because of harassment she's leaving us. She was already going to leave us. But as a sane person, I'm thinking, doesn't matter, man. You basically slammed her on the floor before she left then. Are you telling me, oh, my wife that I batter every day, she didn't go to the hospital because I beat her senseless last night. She had appendicitis. It wasn't my fault she left, or she had to go to the hospital to get a surgery, or she had appendicitis. It wasn't my beatings that forced her into going to the hospital. Same shit here. Pikami got straight up curb stomped by the Twitter community. And like I said, this particular VTuber has been bruised by bullying and harassment before. So she was, a pretty sensitive target to hit. And so after Pikami, there is a schizo rabbit by the name of Pipkin Pippa. I'll just call her Pippa. Pippa is a schizo rabbit that has a bunch of hot takes. She's been in tons of hot water before for saying some pretty hot takes. Like, oof. But that's just her character. That's what she's known for. That's why people tune in. So she kind of announced this. I hate this franchise, but I hate people on Twitter more. So she kind of announced that she was going to play. And looking at the likes to the comments, people were liking the idea of her playing it. And boy, did she play it. She played it. Obviously, it went well, And so later on, after that stream, she had to post this. It's nice to meet you all. It's been a hectic past few days, and I'm not sure how to word this properly. While I do appreciate all of the kind messages, I do not appreciate being used as an excuse to attack other people. Let's not shit fling and attack other people's identities. If I see it, I'll be blocking and banning you from my community like I do with the rest of the trolls and bullies. Do not try to misinterpret my words and use me as a banner to attack other people. Now, I watched the show of when Pippa, when she announced this. People saw this as a rallying cry, as a fucking war screech, right? Like, oh man, we're gonna fight back. This is the VTuber. This rabbit is gonna be on her fucking flag, and we're gonna use her, and we're gonna go on this crusade. She said, "Don't do that." Yeah, that wasn't the whole point of this, man. It was not about making a crusade to attack people. This was as a sign to not bend the knee. Pikami being chased off was almost as was like so people that are extremely toxic on Twitter that did bully Pikami off of the platform. They were having victory laps, and Pikami kind of posted this to kind of shit on their parade by saying, "Yeah, she bowed out, but I'm not her, and I'm here to stay." Of course, Pikami has all the right to bow out because no one deserves to be harassed. But the Schizo Rabbit is a different person, right? However, she did say that her doing this was not an excuse to attack other people, right? It's You need to understand that when she posted that, she wasn't talking about the whole LGBT community. That she was talking about the very small subset, toxic group of people that even Silvervale referred to as the Twitter freaks, right? That those were the people that she was trying to shit on their parade, taking their victory laps from chasing Pikami off. She did not want to use her streams as as a signal for people to come out and start being toxic to equally toxic people, right? It makes no sense. And so she didn't appreciate being used this way. Please note, nowhere in this statement, nowhere does it say that she's uncomfortable by the harassment, okay? Pippa is used to the hot water. This is like a sauna to her, okay? She enjoys it. I'm sure she does. I'm sure she enjoys the attention. She does not like the crusade people are having against each other, right? So you look over here in the comments of this post. I don't mind you playing Hogwarts Legacy as a whole, but you straight up stated you intentionally played it out of spite. Hating Harry Potter with intention to make discourse worse. Now, what did you expect? Now, Pippa did not do this to make, did not do this with intention to make discourse worse. She did this in order to prove that there are people that are not going to bend the knee. If, for whatever reason, playing a video game makes a discourse worse, I don't get it, right? If I'm playing a video game and that, for whatever reason, has a real life impact on you, I do not see how that can happen, right? So, did she intentionally do it out of spite? Probably. With intention to make discourse worse? I don't think so. I gotta be honest, how can you play Hogwarts Legacy out of spite and not expect people to take it as a one-up on those who bullied Pikami? That's exactly what this is. How do you think your actions wouldn't validate those people? Not trying to sound mean or anything like that, just a real question. Again, nowhere in this post and her streams did she say go out and attack people that harassed Pikami or harass anybody else. Nowhere did she say that. She just played the game. And then she was forced to post this to let everybody know to calm the fuck down. There's no reason for harassment. A video game, at the end of the day, is just a video game, right? That's just how it is. Now, I do want to end this by saying that this discussion is happening in a very, very comfortable place in the world. Okay, America is a very cushy place. And people that are having this discussion probably all live in America. Because let's be real here, America is the only place you're going to have this much free time and this much comfort to disregard all the other things happening in the world, right? Sure, yeah, you can hate Hogwarts Legacy for being a J.K. Rowling property. But guess what? You can also hate the Harry Potter land that is in Disneyland. You can hate Twitter for being run by Elon Musk, which is also labeled some kind of phobe. You can hate the cell phones that we all use because of the lithium that's in the battery. If you didn't know, lithium is mined somewhere in the middle of the Congo by children miners. It's unreal. This comes from a place of extreme comfort. And for whatever reason, people are extremely toxic. Now, I do not have any hats in this bet. I have no intention of playing Hogwarts Legacy, not because of the group of people that are harassing other people to not play it, or I'm just not interested in Harry Potter. I never read the books. I've half watched the movies. If I saw the game up for sale for 95% off, I might think about it, but it's not for me. It's unreal. I don't know. All right, guys. So that's been the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope it made sense. God forbid. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.